Hello, and either welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Magic Bun Bun, and I am here to provide you with a tarot reading. So as you can see today, and from the title of this video, we're taking our first major deep dive into some love readings. I do them a lot on my Twitch channel, but I thought I'd bring them here to YouTube as well. So I wanted to keep this very still clean and simple. We are doing a reading to find out what is preventing you from finding love. And we've got 3 different cards to pick from, which each will get a tarot reading. These are oracles. This is a message from a fairy. And then we'll have tarot and more oracle to follow. And with this style of reading, you'll have these 3 options, or you can, pick 2, or you can pick all 3, whatever it is that feels right to you, that you feel calling to. And it could either be for the candle or for just the cards, or if you're into 1, 2, or 3. Left, middle, right. Whichever which you want to do it, there's no wrong way to do it. And you can pause the video at any time in the beginning here to really think about which one you want. If you need to take a few deep breaths, need to ground yourself, all that good stuff there. And once you've made your selection, if you go to the description box below, you will be able to fast forward to your reading. There'll be timestamps in there, so you just click it and it will bring you to your video. So like if you pick pile number 3, or you pick the blue candle, and you don't want to listen to these 2, that's absolutely fine. You just go down there, click it, and it will fast forward you to the beginning for this reading. That's typically how these work. Just in case you did not know. If you're new here, welcome on in. I think that's about it. That covers it. So again, this is a video about what is preventing you from finding love. We'll take a deeper look into it when we bring up the tarot. And the first pile here is we have this like honey yellow color. Honey yellow tea light candle. This middle one, we have a purple violet, like a neon purple, very bright and vivid in the middle. And then this last one is a blue, a lighter blue, almost muted blue, a little bit of metallic in there for our third pile, or third card. Okay, so take this time to decide if you haven't already. And remember, this type of video is always generalized because it goes to a huge collective, so some things may click with you and some things will not. You'll have to figure out what it is that you're vibing with and what you know isn't meant for you to disregard that. To avoid that sort of stuff, you can always book a private reading with me. All my links and prices and all that good stuff is in the description below. It'll take you to my prices, to my Ko-Fi. Tips are appreciated, and if anything, please share, like, or subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos. It really does help. Thank you so much, and I will catch you into your reading. Hello, pile number 1. You are here either because you really love the first pile, you love this card, you love number 1, you love the left side, or because you really like the color of this candle. This yellowy honey mustard shade. So we'll put that right over there. And, we're going to start with your oracle card, your message from a fairy. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So perhaps what is preventing you from finding love is that you don't feel like you're ready to shine. You're not ready to be on the spotlight. You're not ready to be the center of focus for somebody else. You're not ready for people to look at you. You either feel like you're not ready for people to look at you, or you're just like, you're not self-accepting of yourself. You're not seeing your beauty just yet. You may be feeling like you don't deserve love. So even though you are actively trying to find it, if it comes close to you, you're just kind of like pushing it away right away. Walls up, doors shut. You're making it really, really tough on yourself or for the universe. You're resisting it at this point because of thoughts. We all go through those phases. Either you don't feel like you're beautiful or you don't feel like you're good enough. And we need to really try to find out the core of where those thoughts are coming from and try to banish them or change your mindset and understand the beauty that we really, truly hold. All right, pile number 1, let's take a deeper look with the tarot. But what is preventing you from finding love? either other attributes or other things that are kind of blocking us, pile number 1, or we'll figure out more of this self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. Maybe something in particular is blocking that. First up, oh, lies. Maybe you've been lied to in the past. People have been telling you lies. Someone hasn't been truthful with you, or you haven't been truthful with yourself. Someone's like stealing away things in the night, has stolen your heart perhaps in the past, and that has been very hurtful. I apologize for the light shining on these pretty shiny cards. So that's just kind of like the first vibe I get from this, is that something's been hurting from the past. You're constantly looking back towards it. They've hurt you. Yep, 2 of Wands. Keep looking. You just see you keep looking into the past. The greatest challenge is seeing your worth, is seeing that the world that you hold, the plethora of opportunities. You're constantly going backwards and trying to see, like, what did I go wrong? Where did my energy go wrong? Why did I not invest in the right stuff, in the right person, or in the right things, the passions to connect you and another person? You're just not seeing eye to eye, because we see the 2 being there, balancing of sorts. You know, you and another person just not getting well, so this seems like an influence from another person is basically what's coming out from here. Pile number 1. Oh, and there we go. 3 of Swords. So this self-acceptance is coming more from a past partner or past experience with people that haven't been making you feel special. You haven't been feeling self-acceptance because maybe no one's ever told you your worth. And, you know, it's not something that we need others to say to us, but it's nice to hear, right? Like, I know you're supposed to try to love yourself, you're supposed to try to really boost yourself up, but it does not hurt for other people to leave a compliment versus cutting you with these swords. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done from the past, from this other person or these other relationships that have been haunting you, to let them go and move forward. We can't constantly be trying to go back and pick up these swords. Let them be. Yep, a cycle. We have the 10 of Swords coming out here. A cycle that needs to come to an end. You just haven't learned your lessons from them just yet. There's a lot of thoughts going through your brain. They're buzzing around. There's a lot of fire and air kind of going through and buzzing through. And it's really hard to let those thoughts go. It's really hard to fight them and to replace them with something, with a new mindset. Basically, like your world has been turned upside down. Yep. Been knocked off. We have another Wands underneath the wand right here. So again, the 7 of Wands, kind of like being knocked off your horse or knocked off from the top of the hill. Like you were maybe in a really good, or what you thought was a really good relationship, and either also a really good relationship with yourself. A really good one that you had, that something just shattered your self-confidence. It shattered your self-acceptance. Like you might have thought of some beautiful things, and then maybe something that you held to high regard, someone came in and like shattered your world in that sense. And you've been trying to build the pieces back up, like with 3s coming in, trying to build it back up, to restructure it. 6. This could be this is 6 of Cups. This could be someone from your childhood, or a like a high school sweetheart, someone that you weren't mature enough when this was going on, this relationship. It could have been just like light dating, or you know, something that wasn't taken seriously at first, or you thought was going to be something, and it's truly scarred you. Pile number 1, it has truly scarred you from within. You're not seeing anything the divine has been trying to give you, because you're just constantly looking towards the past and comparing future partners. And I know that's a really hard pattern to break, but you can't be holding the standard of like current partners or like have your standards, know what you want, of course, not telling you anything about those type of standards, but you can't be thinking that new partners that are coming up to you, or potential partners, are going to treat you the same way as past ones have done. Not everyone is there that wants to actually like knock you off your high hill in that sense. They don't want to take away your victories. They want to share them with you. They want to be there for you, but you need to go through this lesson of realizing that your past shouldn't have any influence when it comes to your relationship or your love life, should not have any influence with your future loves. This is something, a new path, a new cycle that you're going to start, you're going to learn from. The Star. We have the star, Aquarius, Aquarius, and currently still in it when this is posted, Aquarius season as well. Trying to see your uniqueness. Maybe what traits you thought were very unique to yourself, everyone thought was weird. They couldn't vision what you vision. They couldn't see the world like you have. They couldn't see how to climb the mountain or defend yourself as you could. And that put a space between you and them. That's why you can't have this cycle. Whenever maybe you start thinking about your unique traits, thoughts start coming back from these previous partners or close people that like I said, it could have been just like a light dating from like past, from your childhood, from a high school, past, like I said, from your childhood, to where they were like, that's weird. And those are the thoughts that are going through your head. These are all the thoughts that we see kind of going through here. So you don't want to express them. You feel like you have to hide it from others. You can't hide it. You can't show it. You must cover yourself up and cover what you think others consider to be weird. You don't want to bear it all. You don't want to bear your truth. You don't want to bear your voice or your vision. We have wands, a whole row of wands going down the middle here. 5 of Wands, some conflict, pushing boundaries. There's a lot of thoughts, and like we said, we have these conflicting thoughts going through your head right now. This is more about your energy, challenging you to have these thoughts, kind of battle it out to where you can also have it in the sense of using your energy, wands with that energy power going in, to battle it out, to defeat each other so that you can replace those negative thoughts with more positive ones, to also share your passions, find others that you want to share your passions with, which are passionate talks versus conflict, versus arguments or debates that just drain your energy. This is something that you'd be willing and more confident in talking about. That's where you're going to find your voice. And boom, the Queen of Confidence herself has shown herself. We have the Queen of Wands, to which I relate the Queen of Wands with Aries energy, that booming influence, who also doesn't give a crap about what other people think of her. She sits upon her throne, trusting her intuition, knowing she's divinely protected, and people are drawn to her like a moth to a flame. This is the confidence that you really need to uphold in yourself, treating yourself like a queen. And there we have our Knight of Wands appearing. A knight in shining armor, you may say, that this is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for someone to come in and kind of like bash away these thoughts, these other partners, to show you and treat you like the queen. And you need to kind of attract that to yourself in the sense of you have that confidence. You have a partner that meets you eye to eye, someone who's going to treat you like a queen. You can't let someone, you need this knight to basically come in and like bash these things. They knock your socks off in the sense of like you don't think about anyone from your past anymore. When you're feeling down or you're having conflicts, you can have conversations with them. When they see your uniqueness, they're celebrating this. They're the ones telling you how great you are, and you are to them. And like, this is someone you want to share this space with. But you got to get rid of the old, basically, to let them in. You got to get rid of it. So they need to have space. How can they have space in your heart if you're already having it filled by somebody else who hurt you? End the cycle now. Pile number 1, you need to end the cycle now. Look at those traits that maybe at some points you thought were very weird. And find other people that are weird just like you. There's got to be someone out there. There has to be. There is someone. You know, have that confidence, that boost, that Aries energy. No matter what sign you are, this can relate to having that Aries confidence, impulsiveness at some points. If you needed a sign like, should I go? Should I move forward? This is your sign for yes. You have a lot of fire in here. A lot of energy. Let's see, we are missing pentacles. So what we're doing here is we're taking small steps. You, pile number 1, what's preventing you from finding love is you're not going to want to try to go for the long-term right off the bat. Right off the bat, like a wand that looks like a bat. What you're going to want to do is take it step by step, daily moves. They can last a long time. You will see it happen, but you got to take things step by step, day by day. Okay, so let's bring in some oracle cards. We're going to put this thing over here. Let us find out in particular, what do you need to surrender? Pile number 1. What do you need to surrender? What do you need to banish? Let's do that one more time. There we go. All right, let's go pile number 1. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And that kind of just goes back to the point of like, you're constantly thinking about this past person who's hurt you. You're letting them go. Surrender that to spirit. You are taking care of your own space, your own needs, working on yourself, boosting your self-confidence. You don't have time to be thinking about anybody else. You're working on your own passions, your own dreams that will make you feel so self-confident that it will draw in that knight that you're looking for, that fiery love, which could happen to be if Sagittarius means anything to you. I forgot to mention that I associate the Knight of Wands with Sagittarius energy. Of course, these fire signs could represent Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but in particular, from my reading style, Aries and Sagittarius. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard through the universe, and answers and support will arrive. And this is kind of where it kind of relates to this card a lot. Like, you're surrendering your dilemma over to spirit. Send your prayers out of what you want to release, of what you want to surrender, the thoughts. Write them down if you have to. Journal them if you need to. And give that to your deity of choice or to the universe, if that's what you want to go with. For some of us that work with just like elements, maybe that's where you send your prayers to. You like to work with elements. Maybe an elemental ritual of cleansing and banishing to your element of choice is necessary for you to move on and, finally complete the cycle. Surrender your attachment to results. To formulate for success is to do all you can. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to the desired outcome can sabotage it. So kind of like, once you've done all you can, you gotta let it go. Again, there is a theme here. Let it go to spirit. Let it go to the divine. You don't need to hold on to it any longer. Maybe we'll do self-care. Let's do this one first. We're going to do this one. What advice? Let me see if I can shuffle it this way. These ones are very teeny tiny. Strength. Don't let weeds and thistle cultivate in your garden. Like those obsessive thoughts. Don't let seeds, especially, don't let seeds, weeds. Don't let weeds. Don't let these weeds get into your garden and prevent you from future happiness. You don't want that person, that situation to hold that power over you. You are more powerful. Patience. Wait for the fruit to ripen. As we were talking about, like, you weren't looking for something long term. This is more about, it's really shiny there. Okay, that's not going to be fixed. Okay. So yeah, patience, wait for the fruit to ripen. So that's what I'm saying, like, you're not going to be getting anything super long term just yet. You need to have patience for that. Right now we're working on yourself so you can see your unique traits to help boost yourself, to put those vibrations out to the universe, taking care of your thoughts. You can then find a partner who you and them are going to be able to help each other out and help to raise each other, when either one of you are feeling down. It has to be an equal partnership. And then we have radiance. Keep your head held high and follow the sun. And radiance is again kind of going right with that shine from within. And actually from the Queen of Wands herself, booming with that radiance. You have this inner glow that so many people are attracted to. You just don't see it. And sometimes it's really hard, but you need to know and understand that it is there. It is there, and it is waiting for you to basically unlock your light. And that is true again with the star as well. The star comes from a path of healing. Like right before the star is the shattering of the tower, of a world collapsing, right? And the star is picking up the pieces after that. You just haven't completed that. You haven't really gone back and done your healing, your inner healing. That's why maybe for you it feels like the light is dimming when in reality you're shining so, so bright. Okay, so I love using these on stream. We're just going to see what these, it's like angel romance cards have to say. Since this is a love reading, I typically always use these when I stream on Twitch for whenever anyone asks for a love reading. Okay, pile number 1, let's see. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So we see that for some of you, preventing love is maybe this was a prior engagement that maybe shattered your world. This could have been engaging, like it could actually mean like an engagement, like someone's giving an engagement ring. That's how shattering it was, because you were about to or thought you were going to marry this person, and then it came to just a halt. For some of you it could have been either think you were getting engaged, or you were going you were engaged and you had to call off the engagement, and that's really hard for some people to come back from, depending on other factors of this situation. And also for others that are waiting for patience, you can't expect an engagement to happen when all of this needs to happen first. We can't jump from nothing to an engagement with the first person you meet. Like, if that is how you want to do it, I'm not going to say not to. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say anything. This is your life. You do what you need to do. But also, you can't be obsessing over this either, or praying for an engagement. Like I said, day-to-day activities with those wands and the swords coming into there, this is what we need to work on. We need to work on going some first dates. We need to work on how we're going to meet people after you've done doing your healing, when you have that confidence and you're ready to see yourself shine. Okay, and pile number 1, let's end this on some self-care. Something you can do just for yourself, maybe to help you shine. Something you can do to kind of like pass the time as well. Something you can focus in on. And have patience. For some of us, just sitting there doesn't seem like it's a viable thing. So maybe the self-care will give you some ideas of things you can focus on. And make you feel, like I said, radiance, make you feel beautiful, self-accepted. First up, rest. Gather your strength. Need to rest. Aromatherapy. Okay, some of you need aromatherapy. Either scenting, like going and smelling the flowers. Maybe you needed something that's apple scented, because that apple just looks almost like the heart that's over there. Candles, lighting candles, essential oils, all that good stuff. You know, maybe getting a new set of perfume for yourself. And let's see, last one, beauty ritual. Here we have beauty ritual. For some of us, pampering yourself, treating yourself like a king or queen is essential to feeling that radiance, to feeling that shine, feeling that beautiful. For some of you, that could be as simple as just, hey, moisturize, wash your hair, have a total like spa day in your bathroom. For some of you, you want to go get your nails done or buy some new nail polish and do your own nails. For some of us, it's getting your hair done, a haircut, hair change, kind of changing your image. So maybe you need to see yourself in a new light by physically changing aspects aspects of yourself that you're like, this is dull, this is boring, I need a fresh start, I need a fresh look. And that's where you're going to begin to feeling your radiance. But also, like I said, getting a good night's sleep, not to dwell, send it to spirit, send it to the divine, to your deity, to the universe, and then go and get some good rest, knowing that someone else is taking care of the problem on your behalf while you work on what's important to you. Okay, that is your reading pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure, again, if you like this video, to like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. I love having you here. You can always join us in the Discord for more tarot content and all that good stuff. And if you feel inclined to do an energy exchange with me and give me a tip through Ko-Fi, totally appreciated, but never required. And thank you, all those links, all those fun links will be in the description box below. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 1, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. You are here either because you like the number 2, you like the energy from this particular card, this message from a fairy, you like the middle, or you really like the shade of purple of this candle, which I can't blame you. That is a very, very pretty shade of purple. Okay, so I have the tarot ready. Let's not forget a card, but let us start with your oracle. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So something hasn't come to light, something that you've been dealing with, you haven't brought it to light, so it either hasn't had the chance to heal. There could be old wounds, there could be just distrust, secrets, either you're keeping secrets, which this is referring to yourself or your energy, but this could be due to a reaction of secrets being kept from you. Now you're keeping everything close to the heart. So let us find out. Let's take a deeper look using the tarot to find out more about these hidden depths, or this memory, or this shadow work that perhaps you need to do, that you've been neglecting or haven't been wanting to acknowledge. Hence why it is hidden. It needs to be brought into the light to fully deal with it. Okay. Let us take a look. The Queen of Swords. So also known as the Queen of Ice. And also the Queen of Swords has Libra energy, and this is what it's fun. I'm a Libra rising, so don't worry, I'm not saying anything against Libras. Libras are very much known, and this could be associated with you or maybe an influence in your life, or Libra has nothing to do with you or your chart, so you can disregard that completely. But it's more of like not wanting to take things deeper. Very like when a relationship comes up, fluttering away is like the imagery there. Also, holding back your truths could be something like you're just not wanting to take things deeper. You're keeping things at surface level. Let's find out more. Yeah, and then it's just a going feeling, just like when things get started, you wanting to leave versus grounding it. We have this energy of celebration. This is also could be like for a wedding, wanting to go straight to a wedding or wanting to leave the wedding, that like your challenge is wanting to stay put in a single place and seeing something grow into something beautiful, into a sort of relationship. But your problem is that you don't want things to get deeper. Maybe you have a past that you're just not ready to share, and that, you know, that comes from this Queen of Swords energy, the Queen of Swords energy coming into there. Like I said, she's typically known as the Queen of Ice because she can be very truthful, very harsh with her words. She gets straight to the point no matter who she cuts, because she's just like, you know, I have to be tough, I have to set boundaries. You know, people don't respect that, I'm gone. I don't want to deal with that. When people try to get deeper within to know you, you're just like, no, walls up, you don't get to cross. Yep, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. being very defensive. You might be getting defensive right now, trying to maybe say that's not how you are, but it's like this is an area of you that maybe you're not even aware that you're doing. You're not aware of how many times you're leaving a relationship that could be successful, that could be long lasting. You can have, this could be someone maybe that was dealing with work, or the problem is because you don't know, or you can't really separate like putting work into it or dealing with work while you're trying to get like your social life up and going, or you don't want to talk about your job with this person or a significant person that maybe you're considering, or you don't want to like open up to it, or you don't want to find someone that's at work. For some of you, it's because you don't want to cross that boundary. And we have another sign of walking away, which, you know, sometimes it's good to do. Even though nothing looks broken, you may need to leave to find out what you're missing before you can bring in another person in there. You know, you're trying to find balance. You're trying to figure out where your weakest points are versus having to deal with that with another person being involved. You're trying to do the healing on your own, but it is causing you to have your defenses up. Pile number 2. You're leaving situations too frequently so far versus giving them a chance. And here we go. We have the Hierophant. We have some Virgo energy coming into here. Closing yourself off. We have that Hermit energy, and it's asking you need to kind of come back. You need to come back from this. You need to come back and socialize. You need to come back and open it up and have these conversations again. Knowing that, find a partner that can handle your truths. And it's different between being harsh and mean and nasty towards a person. Like, you don't have to be nasty, but maybe your humor is a dark humor and you're trying to find someone who matches that energy with you. Yep, and we have Temperance coming in here. I was saying work. Temperance can sometimes be associated with that work vibe, trying to find harmony and balance, and we see that being thrown out of there. And Sagittarius is also connected into this, which is also very much that go energy, that very much I don't want to stay put. I'm prevented from finding love because I don't want to be tied down. You want someone who wants to go on adventures with you. You're trying to find someone who can keep up with you, that it isn't you trying, like feeling like you're being held back by somebody. You want someone who's going to meet you there and travel and go see these things, go to parties with you. But you need to be able to socialize. You need to be able to open yourself up to them. Your defenses are so strong right here. This is the current energy. Your vibe you're giving out right now is don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. If you can't handle me, I don't want to deal with you. Like, you're just like one strike gone, not giving anyone ample opportunity. And then we have Aquarius season, and this is seeing things through new eyes. This is seeing things, reconnecting with the collective as well. If you start kind of, we got the Magician here too. Okay, Magician connected to Mercury, seeing over both. We have Virgo coming back up and Gemini energy, but communication is key. You have all the sources. What's preventing you from finding love is basically yourself taking that first step and taking down some of your defenses to open up to others, to bear it all, to find that balance of like professionalism, but like, okay, we can deepen this conversation. I'm not going to run away. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of someone knowing and learning more about your hidden depths. That's what we see here. When things start getting too serious, you're gone. You're like, no more. And you may, like I said, you may not be even aware that you're doing this, which is really, you know, it's just something to like, hey, a mindset that you need to change, says the Star coming into there. And with both the Star and the Queen of Swords being present, like the Star is what's happening after all the hardships from like the path of through the tarot with the Tower being taken down. You might be very aware that you're still trying to heal from something that you've walked away from. And that's why I said you're not trying to bring somebody in just yet. You know your own pace, but you could be taking like too much time as well, versus like if there's someone there that you're interested in, or like even slightly, you're like, there's a slight possibility. Don't say no. Like, just start, even slowly, at your own pace. But right now, we just see this as a repeat message of like, you have hidden depths that you're not letting anyone see. You're closing the door. before anyone gets close to it. And this could lead to a place of loneliness where it's just going to be you dealing with these things. And where maybe having this partner is the greatest challenge because maybe you don't know how to handle that. You've done things always by yourself. You've dealt with these inner feelings, this chaos, this, getting your shit together basically with the magician. You've got your resources. You don't need anyone to kind of complete you. But it would be nice. It would be nice, pile number 2, if there's someone to help bear this with you, to help take care of you, or, when you need it, like when you're not feeling well, or, to help encourage you, or to just have a conversation with, being like, I'm having issues at work. Can we talk about it? Can I just vent to you? Can I talk to you about this? Hey, I am redecorating my home or something, or I'm buying new dishware. Like, how can I, can we have a conversation? Can we go shopping together? Like, having that partnership with someone that's close to you, could be a really great start for you. You take it very, don't run away. Don't let yourself run away from something before it even starts. We got to see those hidden depths. All right, we're going to bring out some oracle. We're going to find out, pile number 2, what do you need to surrender? Besides surrender, running away. When things start looking like they're getting too serious. You need to find a partner who wants to travel with you, who wants to see the world, who wants to learn new things. Okay, let us see. What do you need to surrender? Surrender your fear of change. This definitely seems very, very made for those, like I said, who've done things on your own so often that you're used to doing things on your own. So when a partner comes in, you're just like, no, I don't need you. And that's when it becomes a barrier, because maybe they want to help and you're just like, but no. And that's where the conflict arises, and that's why that person ends up walking away from you. All right. So surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well and all that will be well. Like when you're thinking about a relationship, like you can't be thinking like fearfully, like, well, I don't want it to get too serious because they'll just end up leaving me. Like, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know their energy. You don't know their commitment at that point, in the sense of, like, you might be just judging them and you don't want them to judge you that way. Why would you do the same to them? Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. And this could be daily work that you need to do to feel free. We have like someone who's like flying free. We've got birds in there, to make sure you're still making that time for those that are very, very solitary creatures out there. Like, you just don't really like dealing with people, and that could be what's preventing you. You just don't like it. But if you keep that moment where you make time to deal with people, and then you make time to stay true to yourself and have those moments to yourself, because you're number one, like you're taking care of yourself, you can have time for both. You can find the balance for yourself. And that's definitely where this 2 is definitely more reflective of, is making sure you have time for yourself while seeing to the need of another person as well, making time for them, planning dates with them. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It is time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And I feel like pile number 2, you're very well aware of yourself and your own healing and what you need and what you're looking for. And this is where I'm saying, like, you can't put these judgments on another person. You don't know if you're not also getting into their hidden depths. This could be not just reflective of your hidden depths, but for theirs. Like, you need to take the conversation deeper. Realize that you can only be there for someone as much as you can before the relationship shifts, even if that is to you walking away, or them taking or for like the emotions to shift and change to something that's going to be deeper. You're going to see eye to eye. You're going to work on things. Okay, we're going to use Secret Garden. I'm going to see if we do at least one little shuffle like this, and then let's find out what the Secret Garden has to say for pile number 2. Wallflower, look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out of that darkness, out of that hermit mode, out of the darkness into the light. Let's see, oh, we have 2 more right there. Perfect. Patience, wait for the fruit to ripen. So patience with yourself, patience as well as we see with this energy and this reading. There's a lot of go, 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 and this is like you need to slow down. You need to take your time. Need to take your time, pile number 2, okay? Yeah, having patience and enduring the change as well, like surrendering to inner peace, surrendering your fear of change, is something that you need to be very aware of as well. And then the other one, we have present. Journey into the garden to escape the 2 eternities, the past and the future. Taking time here in the present. Like I said, you can't be wondering, like, are they going to leave? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to this, or that? Like, no. You're taking care of things right now. You can only do so much in the present. And like I said, this might be something you need a lot of patience for. You need to see where you're going to start lowering your defenses before you can start letting people in, but you're not going to run, okay? In the next relationship, give them a chance to open up to you, for you to open up to them. You don't need to unload your whole story onto them or them to you, It's more about just giving patience and time, finding out that balance between your own needs and that's of another. All right, we're going to give these a try. These are the Romance Angel cards. I use them a lot when I stream on Twitch for love readings in general. So let us see what the angels have to say concerning pile number 2's romance. Okay. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Finding your passion. Pile number 2, you gotta let the passion in. With that Queen of Ice kind of starting off the reading, it's like you need to let passion and fire into your reading in the way that works, in the sense of like not the fire and passion we have here with the 8 of Wands. It's kind of reflective of we need to leave. No, you need that passion that's more sturdy, like the 4 of Wands, that is steady and true. And like I said, it's bringing you're bringing in 2s and 2s partnership into each other. Keep that in mind, pile number 2. And then we're going to do some self-care. So the self-care is really good for these readings, so that if you needed to focus in on yourself and you wanted more ideas, some of this self-care you can do with a partner. Bring them in so you guys can have an activity to do. And it's just a really good way to end a reading. All right, what is some self-care that pile number 2 could use? Flow like water, letting everything flow, going with it. Like I said, bring that inner peace. We kind of see like mirror actions of these ones. Bringing that inner peace, flowing like water, not trying to have huge control over the situation. Be still. Take a moment. This again, that patience coming on through. Be still. And also present in the moment. You can't be so worried about things that haven't even happened yet. And pleasure. Pleasure with yourself, pleasure with a partner. This could just be indulging in something that you've got passion about. This can be physical pleasure, or this can be like, all your senses involved. Like if you're going to indulge or have pleasure in a snack of whatever not that word, of something that you are going to enjoy, if it is a food, if it is a shopping, if it is a toy of some nature, but pleasure that you can either do yourself, that's your time to yourself, or with a partner, completely up to you, of course. Okay, that is your reading, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if this resonated with you. If you have, any comments, you can leave it in the comment box below. I enjoy reading them. And make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend if you enjoyed your reading. I really appreciate it. It really helps. And other than that, if you would like to do an energy exchange with me and give me a tip through my Ko-Fi or book a private reading with me, all those fun links will be in the description box below. The tip is never required, but totally appreciated. Until then, pile number 2, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You are here either because you like the energy of this card, you like the number 3, you like the right side of things, or you like the shade of blue for this candle. All right, let us start with your reading. Let me grab the tarot deck for today's readings right here. Ready to go. Let's start with your oracle. Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, the fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So maybe you've been dwelling a lot on love, on the energy of love, pile number 3, to the point it's become either obsessive, and you've been trying to control it versus letting it flow naturally. But that is just with this oracle. We're going to begin shuffling, and then we will bring in more oracles after the tarot portion of your reading. All right, pile number 3. What is preventing you from finding love? What is preventing pile number 3 from finding love? Let's do this at least 2 more times. Get some really good ones in here. That was a great one. Let's do one more time. Feeling like one more time and then we're good to go. Beautiful. Let us get started. Pile number 3. What is preventing you from finding love? Judgment. Oof. Might have been actions from the past, feeling like you're not worthy. But more so, judgment in the truest form of of the word judgment is maybe judging yourself too harshly or judging others too harshly. Let us find out. 7 of Cups. Okay, so maybe because there's a lot of options for you. Like I said, you've been trying to control it, trying to see what options you can take, which ones you can manifest, and perhaps you're not even trusting your judgment with this one. This could be more about that. You're not trusting your judgment on picking the right person, the right path. Okay, so things are becoming much more clear. Lack of enthusiasm, or you've been grabbing too much, too many things that are leading to burnout with this energy love because you want it so badly. We need to be more patient with it, excuse me, with this energy of love, because you can't force it to happen. Pile number 3. There's a lot of options out there for you, but are you trying to grab what is closest to you versus patiently waiting? Like you're not even listening to your judgment or to your guides, or like shouting into your ear like, no, not that one, you don't, this is gonna bite you, this one's gonna hurt you, you're gonna want something up here, like, that's gonna take some time, but you're like, just, I want this, I want it now. Yeah, okay, so needing to let fate kind of intervene here. Like, it's always great when you try to take control of your life, right? But there's some aspects of it that you cannot have full control over. You're in the middle of a cycle. You're needing to release and absorb. Release old energy to absorb new energy, and you kind of go through this circle, this fate. And you have to let outside factors take control of the situation or to lend you guidance. Ten of Pentacles. So there is a disconnect with, and also I see like a lot of options, and we have a lot of coins, we have a lot of cups. There's so much being thrown at you, and we have the 10 and 10. Like a cycle needs to come to an end before you can like go with the flow and like let things happen naturally. That 10 of Pentacles energy could be like, because you're so focused in here, we don't see the turmoil happening outside. And we have both the Judgment and 10 of Pentacles coming in here, which means maybe you're not spending like a lot of time with family. Like you're so concerned about finding a partner, and like you're boxing yourself into where you're like neglecting family and friends. Like, you know, like finding a partner is so important to you that you're neglecting partnership with other people, you know, because you're just so focused in. And it's like you need to have this community to fall back on. You can't just like surrender yourself to this person that you haven't even met yet or that you're so focused on. Two, so you're Two of Swords, feeling like you're being pulled in two directions. That's why we have this Seven of Cups. It's like it's a challenge for you to try to find the right path, a challenge for you to even trust your intuition or listen to judgment, that, you know, you hear a voice or you're telling someone like you need to be more patient, or, you know, you can't rush the process, and you're just kind of sitting there like, but I want to, and I'm going to try. And that's why we have the 1 and 2, like a forced progression coming up here. 6 of Pentacles. Things might be more, this seems more of energy because like you said, you're trying to pour yourself into a relationship or into a partnership where it's not fair. Very one-sided. It is not good for you. This could be a past relationship that you are also still dwelling on, that you're still thinking about, that your family members were not happy with, your friends were not happy with, and you feel like you're being torn in two directions of like, what do you trust? Do you go to the past? Do you know, go back to that person, or do you let them go and you start new and you start fresh? And like we have a lot of, like I said, we have these two tens coming in, or like we need this cycle to complete. You need to let what's in the past be the past. Like deal what you've, like with the lessons you've learned, says Judgment coming in here. So you can move on into the future with a clear conscience, and then you can make these choices that are easier to see through the fog. This could be someone dealing with Sagittarius vibes. I associate Sagittarius in particular with the Knight of Wands, which also we've got Jupiter in here, which is also attached to Sagittarius. And I will just point this out that Judgment relates to Pluto, which you can also connect to Scorpio energy, but that's neither here or there for that one. I'm seeing more of the placement with this court card being present into here, and that we have more Sagittarius energy coming into here, which may be important to you or to some of you. Like I said, being a general reading, some of these things might fit in and other things will not. So do with that information that you will. But we have this, I feel like this Knight has either been coming through and you're just saying either no, like there is a choice in that, because it's going to be a fast burning relationship and you want something that is going to last for a long time. You don't want the cycle to end. Or someone's trying to move away from this relationship. This other person is trying to leave you and your guides are like, let them leave. Let them go. Just, you have to go. So you can start a new partnership and find something else that's paired better with you. Yep. And we have this card of grief, this 5 of Cups, looking at something that is going to be lost or that you're losing, you're trying to hold on so desperately to, trying to control those factors, where maybe the decision is like it's not a very passionate relationship anymore. Yep. And our card at the bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. I see a lot of entrapment into here of a cycle that needs to end, that you're so focused in on a current or very recently past relationship that it was so fiery and maybe at one point was so filled with passion that you thought this was it, that this was going to be it, but we don't want to let it go. We see that, you know, things naturally, like the cycle, like we were just talking about with this, for pile number 3 here, for this 10, the Wheel of Fortune, I said 10 and 10s, that a cycle naturally, just like the moon goes through phases, needs to come to a certain end. Things could be really good, and like sometimes things are bad, but they're not that bad. You can still work in the relationship, but it looks like in this one, a decision needed to be made to either stick with it, to let it go, and you've been feeling very trapped. It's been preventing you from finding a real cherished love because you felt like maybe this was your only choice in the matter, even though maybe there was plenty of choices and you're just reaching for the first one that comes so close to you. You're like, I'm just going to go with this one and we're going to try to make it work. I don't want to feel this grief, this loss. And no one does. No one wants to be hurt like from a certain knight in shining armor, you know, from a fast burning relationship. But maybe that's all that it was. And there's more opportunities that are out there. Feel your feelings, cry them out, shout to the heavens, ask for divine guidance if you need to. Like, do so. Feel your feelings. But realize the person that is truly blind in the situation is yourself, and you need to open your eyes. You can't be the only one that was trying to pour in this energy, all of this energy into a relationship that was never meant to be in the first place. You know, something that is lost can be regained within time. Eventually, the circle will move back in your favor. Okay, so let me push everyone over here because we're definitely going to bring out some oracle cards. And I need some space. Yeah, so I'm feeling like maybe there was a cycle of that needs to end so that something new can be brought in. Put that oracle over there. And let us find out pile number 3. What do you need to surrender in order to find love, or to find like a true, to deepen your love? Besides surrendering to your emotions, surrendering this fiery night. Okay. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Surrender to complete healing. Oh my, that's such a strong, powerful message for you guys for pile number 3 here, is that some of you have not healed yet from this past relationship. Like I said, it could be very recently. It was a quick end that you weren't expecting, and you need to heal. You need to go through the process. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself so hard. Things will eventually move in your favor. This could have been, like I said, an abrupt passion ending type of relationship. Like it was gone in a snap type of feeling that you were not expecting. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poison you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Basically telling you to drop this person from your life and holding on, like I said, judgment, holding on to this, holding on to everything they've done to you. Like, you've learned the lesson, you've learned the signs, you're ready to move on to find love. You're not going to let this person have power over you, over your thoughts, over your actions. You're not going to dwell on it much either. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Some of you that could be requiring like professional help, professional therapy. There's no shame in that. Please speak up about it. There is no shame at all. Also requiring if you need to get help. But also for some of you, if you've been reaching for a lot of cups, you've been drinking because of this relationship or any form of substance abuse, you need to be aware of it. You need this to end. You know, you can't be letting this have this tie to you for your love life. Okay, let me grab the Secret Garden. Let's do a quick little shuffle here. Let's see if I can do that one more time. Yes, and definitely surrender to complete healing is being very well aware of your addictions and getting healing for that as well. This one came out of here. We have present. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future, to be more in the present. Like I said, surrendering resentment, surrendering those past, surrendering to complete healing, because you're going to take care of your healing journey now and in the moment, in the present. If some of you are feeling very down, very drained, very, in your grief, that is absolutely fine to feel those feelings. Take it day by day, step by step, towards your healing. But you need to be aware that you are in a healing process then. Do not dwell on those feelings too much. You might need to reconnect with community members. Like I said, some of you might not be connecting with your family or your friends anymore, and they're noticing it. They're trying to reach out to you and try to get your attention, and you're just like, no, why did this person leave me, or why did this relationship come to an end? And it's like, you need to let it go. Again, be present. Use the hours. Don't count them. Very much you need to be in this moment. There's no other way to explain this as well. It's be present, use the hours, don't count them. This could be when surrendering your addictions, find something else you can be addicted to that's healthier, in moderation as well, keeping this balance. Something where either you also can be a service to others, helping others, or something that brings you joy. Make time for the little things today. Find joy in the little things. Finding something that makes you smile. Finding something that you like, if you want to start a new book, reading something, playing a new game, things that maybe your inner child would love you to get started on. All right, this is a deck I normally use on Twitch. When I stream on Twitch, I get a lot of love readings on there, so I like to use these for all my love readings. It is romance, dealing with like an angel message about romance. Let's see what these angels have to say. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And this could have been maybe when it happened, or when the hurt came, or you're trying to, rekindle the honeymoon. And it's like, you need to be present now, not be focusing on this current event, or this past event, this past event. We needed to more focus like how the boat is moving forward. And also, what about if you took yourself out on a honeymoon, you made time for yourself to be present, or you went with a partner that could just be just a friend, a family member, and having that joy together anyways. Enjoying a holiday that could be coming up potentially for some of you out there. Let me think. Oh, here. And then we're going to end with, definitely for pile number 3, you're definitely going to get some self-care cards. Let us find out, because there is a lot of healing in here. You might need to take this time for yourself. Either do all of this self-healing or this self-care cards, or none at all, whatever floats your boat, basically. Floats your boat, got you. That wasn't even on purpose. More so when I see this image, it makes me think of more of the 6 of Swords, like needing to move forward, and hopefully sail into calmer waters. Okay, what is some self-care for pile number 3? Rest, needing some rest. That's how, use the hours, don't count them. Count on, making sure you get to bed early. For some of you, finding some joy in having a really good night's sleep could be good for you. Better for you to make calculated moves the next morning. Connect with crystals. Some of you need to ground yourselves, need to work with earth energy, ground with crystals, or for some of you that's just decorating, like putting crystals and making your space beautiful. Maybe the place where you rest needs some crystals in there. And drink some tea. Needing to just hydrate, making sure you're, like I said, you're well rested, you're hydrated. If you don't like tea, that is fine. Maybe just drink some more water, or have a nice hot beverage, whether that's coffee or, and it could be like decaffeinated coffee as well. This is like a nighttime ritual versus a morning, whichever you prefer. Hot cocoa, and like indulge. Throw some whipped cream and marshmallows and, cocoa powder or cinnamon powder on top of your cocoa or coffee. take that time to really dress up your drink and, spend some time. Then we have crystals even here. You can combine these. Maybe you take some time drinking tea and connecting with your crystals and just sitting there and meditating and really being present, finding that joy, understanding that this was a blissful time, and you might dream about it, but if this wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. At least not in this time, in this space. Okay, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it resonated with you. Drop me a comment. I love to read your comments. All my information, Twitch information, all that stuff will be in the box below. If you would like to do an energy exchange with me, it is always appreciated but never required. Like a tip via Ko-Fi for, like we were talking about, for tea and coffee for myself. And make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, all that normal, YouTuber subscriber stuff. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the energy exchange. And other than that, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.